Yo, what is up? No, I did hit live, but I was a little busy. I was running around a little bit. I'm here. I'm sorry for the late over here. But we're here. Finally made it. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. We're here. What it do? Hopefully everyone had a monster day. I mean, the market QQQ running up to the north side and tickling the all-time high and then going right back to the downside, but not really like going to the downside like doomsday downside, but a nice little pullback from the all-time high tickle over there on the QQQ. I didn't really watch what the S&P 500 was doing. Like I said, I'm a techie guy. I like to trade tech stocks, and that's why I like to stonks, and that's why I like to look at the QQQ basket, QQQ ETF and the Nasdaq futures. So I didn't really get to take a look at the S&P 500 that much or the SPY, but I'm pretty sure they did the same thing. Probably tickled the all-time highs or within the all-time high ranges. So markets clearly had a banger day up north. A lot of stocks moved up. And boy oh boy were there opportunities today all across the board. We also have a lot of good stocks reporting earnings. Stonks. I'm not gonna do that every time I say stocks, don't worry. We have a lot of stocks reporting earnings today after hours, so a lot of work today that we have to go through. We're gonna go through the earnings reports for all the big stocks such as ABGO, Costco, Marvell, or Marvel. Is it just Marvell or is it Marvel? However you put it, another semiconductor stock basically. MongoDB coming out with the earnings report, even DocuSign and GPS continuing the trend with the whole apparel, clothing line, retail earnings stocks that have been coming out this week, such as ANF, AEO, and now GPS. I did see an article on my ride home today that GPS apparently popped to the north side off the report. We'll go see if that's how it ended up playing out. Did not see any of the other moves other than Costco, obviously, because I had to make the thumbnail. We did see that Costco was down about 4-ish% in the after hours. I got to take a quick little look at that report. We'll go disseminate that report more live with you guys to understand what really took place over there, and then maybe come up with some trade ideas, some trade plans. Thankfully, a lot of stocks reported today after hours. That gives us something to talk about, unlike last night, because last night there was really no stocks reporting after hours. We had a lot of stocks reporting pre-market, so almost had no good stocks to kind of chart last night, and I felt like it was you know, I wasn't prepared, I felt like, in the morning. But thankfully, you know, a lot of stocks kind of moved in the market and still gave you so many opportunities. Me, myself, having a pretty big day. Nvidia, that was a good trade on Nvidia there. Long through $910. And the stock is insane. The stock is insane. That's all I can say, period. Stock is nuts, bonkers. Momo going, I like how, I'm guessing it's AVGO, pushed NVIDIA to 917, and now it's 946 in the after hours, says Momo. Yeah, I mean, the stock is going to be the #1 company in the world, right? Period. Largest, my search history is right away, largest empire in history, because that's what I was Googling last time. Largest market cap companies. I think it's still #3, but with 940, we are only 0.3 trillion away from taking over Apple in the #2 seat over there. So Nvidia is so close to kick Apple's butt, and then Nvidia is so close to taking over as the world's #1 company. So watch out for that bad boy over there. Yeah, big move. And AVGO obviously reporting today after hours. You're telling me that AVGO moved up and probably pushing Nvidia to the high side. That means they probably reported good too. Thank you for killing the surprise for me, Momo. I was going to go Google it or search it myself over here and kind of talk with all the viewers, but Momo come in over here. Spoiler alert. No spoiler alert actually from Momo, just straight up telling it how it is. Not playing, Momo. Thank you for telling us that AVGO moved to the north side. We obviously have that on the watch list, and let's head over to the watch list. It was the first stock on the watch list. So we're going to talk about AVGO along with a bunch of other stocks here, such as Costco, Marvel, MongoDB, DocuSign, IoT, which is Samsara, GPS, BJ's. Whoa, I see lights flashing. What's going on? Clickbait, I was promised Costco rotisserie chicken. Yo, why does everyone like that rotisserie chicken, bro? What's going on with people? My parents love that rotisserie chicken. I mean, I think it's mid. It's probably good for its price or whatever, but like the rotisserie chicken's mid. And those whole Costco hot dogs and Costco fries too. You know what? Costco fries actually do slap. And Costco hot dog, you can't really complain on the price over there. So I'm not gonna complain about that. And most things at Costco are great items to have in your house. So I'm not gonna argue about that either. But that rotisserie, mid tier. It's 6 nucks, bro. Yeah, you can catch this nuck tomorrow from Sean O'Malley. Are you excited for that, brother? We're gonna have a great Saturday on the sports over there. All their food is mid. Somebody banned Dave hates 808s over here. Looks like Dave not only hates 808s, but he also hates Costco. And he's the reason that Costco probably pushed to the downside over here. Big move on Costco today. I mean, 4% move to the downside. I was actually surprised to see Costco at $700. Like, what? I remember Costco at $500. And next thing you know, we're at $700 now. That's kind of insane over there. Ani, thank you for the $2. Much appreciated. Much love, much love. Every single day, Ani just coming in over here and making it rain. Thank you, Ani. I appreciate the love. Along with stocks that report earnings today after hours, we got a bunch of stocks that already reported for us. Sadly, no stocks that I care about are reporting tomorrow pre-market, but I will show you the earnings board in a second over here after the watch list. Couple stocks that reported already. We have obviously the cryptocurrency basket, with crypto basket or Bitcoin, I should say, still above 60K, near the 65K or so. and near the 65k area, 66k area. I did see a big seller at 69,000 and 70,000 on the book map, so we'll kind of see the book map levels over there, see if those sellers are still there or not. We also have the large cap sector, along with the along with the what is the sector again? Semiconductor sector. Kind of drawing blank over there. The semiconductor sector, SMCI, Micron, AMD, Nvidia, AVGO. So lots of stuff to talk about over here. Let's not waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go to AV. Actually, let me see where TSM is. Is TSM near all-time high? God damn, son. All these semiconductor stocks are insane right now, huh? It broke all-time high today. Beauty. When is Micron going to do that, huh? When is Micron going to break all-time high and actually trade properly above all-time high? I guess it did that today after hours with the help of AVGO. Not really. It struggled off the open for that all-time high hold. It was like holding under it. I was long. I got stopped out before the move happened. That's why I'm so pissed off. But the $100 area is coming into play. We'll talk about Micron more in depth. Let's get started with AVGO, the $900 position, which is probably at 1,000 now. I thought this was a 900. Yeah, see, I'm so lost with the track of time over here. I'm just stuck in my little play world with these $100, $200 stocks that I kind of ignore these stocks that are high prices, and I don't remember this one going into 1,000. So you can see how the last time I traded this stock was at the last previous earnings report, right around this $900 area, and now we are obviously well above that. I guess I should have expected this, right? This probably came along with the whole SMCI craziness and the whole Nvidia and the AI craziness, so kind of expected. I just haven't seen this position in a long time. Now we're at almost 1.5k, and clearly the earnings report is apparently positive. We'll go find out more about that in a second. Let me just mark up some of my levels. Earnings report, 5% beat on EPS, 1.4% beat on the revenue. Let's get our friends in from Benzinga. Thank you, Benzinga, for all the help every single day with the earnings reports. Sorry while I burp. If you want to use amazing tools that I use every single day for day trading, such as Benzinga over here that you're seeing right now, feel free to check the link down below in the descripciones. All right, Broadcom AVG reported the first quarter financial results after the bell Thursday. Here's a look at the highlights. The details. AVGO reported quarterly earnings 10.99 compared to 10.29, increase over earnings of 10.33 per share from the same period last year, a total of 6.39%. Quarterly sales came in at 11.96 billion, beating the estimates of 11.71 billion, a total increase of 34% year over year compared to 8.91 billion from last year. The company reported 4.693 billion in free cash flow and issued a quarterly common stock dividend of 5.25 per share. Did they not have dividends before? Yeah, they did. Okay. What was it before? It was always 5.25. No, okay. It came out last December, and before that it was 4.60. Okay. We are pleased to have two strong drivers for revenue growth for AVGO in the first quarter and the fiscal quarter of 2024. First, our acquisition of VMware. Oh, right, they did buy VMware. Forgot about that. And the acceleration revenue growth in our infrastructure software segment as customers deploy virtual cloud machines all over the goddamn place. Second, strong demand for our networking products such as AI data centers, as well as custom AI accelerators from hyperscalers. Are driving growth in our semiconductor segment, said the CEO. Broadcom reiterated its guidance for fiscal 2024 revenue, approximately 50 billion, including contributions from VMware increasing of 40% year over year. So pretty big beat over there versus the estimate of 50.21. Actually, that's a miss. That's a miss. I guess slightly missing, not really missing. Company guidance, approximately 60% of projected revenue. Reiterated EBITDA guidance, okay. Overall, though, looks like it did go down. Look at that. Broadcom shares went 3.34% down at the time that the report came out, which was around 4:43 p.m. But let's see if it went up later. Nope, it did push down. Yeah, looks like that guidance wasn't really that bullish. When you saw the numbers over there, they missed that guidance slightly. wacky. Overall, though, still near today's high. We kind of double topped in the after hours right into today's high over here. So possibly interested to see how that stock plays out into this 14,000 area. But right above 14,000, you do have that all-time high, which is not that far out. And for a stock like AVGO, whose ATR is damn near $50, I think we're gonna see more than $50 worth of room if this report is warranting that type of action. So far though, from what I'm seeing, it's not really like a sick report. It's not like how Nvidia came out with their report. It's not like how CrowdStrike came out with their report, who however completely sold to the downside after that report. So big move there. Brad, you think ETH or BTC will outperform? Yo, you see what I got on? You see what I got on? Yeah, my brother Greg. This is this hoodie over here, ladies and gentlemen. My brother Greg. You guys, if you know Greg, shout out to Greg. He got me this hoodie. What do I think about ETH or BTC will outperform? ETH catalyst perhaps in play. Well, you gotta tell me what the catalyst is. You're the one who educated me about Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're the one who educated me about trading to begin with. So I mean, you gotta tell me what this catalyst is. I have no clue. I mean, look, my Ethereum just got unstaked, so you know what I'm doing. I'm finding the exit button. I'm clicking on the yay button, on the sell button. My fingers are locked and loaded to take profits. Finally, now that my Ethereum's unstaked and we are up like a little bit amount of money. Bitcoin, I'm also taking profits. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit that. Look at my target right there, 69,420. Sadly, the all-time high came in at 69,210. Now here's the story, Greg, that I mean, you're probably gonna freak out as soon as I show you this, or you're gonna get really excited for this even dollar break. You're gonna get really excited for this. Now watch this, okay? This stock clearly, Bitcoin, with how it sold off twice. The first time it sold off, it was because what was the face right here? I think this was that move. Coinbase kind of had some sort of an issue, and that caused a little bit of a drop. Later on, we climbed back, and then we have a bigger, wait, this is the 5-minute chart. Let me go to the 1-day chart. I think I'm missing the move. I think it happened somewhere here, maybe intraday. Either way, Coinbase was showing balance of $0. So that caused a little bit of a scare and brought Bitcoin down. Later on, we pushed up to a new all-time high, slightly breaking the new all-time high, and then we sold big time. But this anchored VWAP over here, that the fact that we bounced right off of this anchored VWAP since that move started, showing me that there's a lot of buyers still coming in and they're still buying up. This anchor, you know what a VWAP is. I don't gotta tell you what VWAP is, but that anchor VWAP right there, showing you that these buyers, ever since whoever started this move, and then these buyers since whenever they started this move, I mean, they haven't even been tested yet. Those averages, those stops, those profits, none of those have been tested yet. So there's a lot of craziness going on. But here's the beauty about Bitcoin right now. Look at these sellers on Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin has some big boy sellers over here. BTC, bring in that BTC chart for us. Think with Bookmap channel, guys. Go check out Think with Bookmap channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Now look at that. There's 412 coins at 69K. And let me bring in a screenshot real quick, because I actually have the screenshot saved from earlier on in the day. Let me see if I can even freaking find it. God damn it. I talk so much in my personal conversations with my friends. Oh, there you go. I found it. Bang. Here's the orders from previously in the day. So 453 coins at 70,000, 414 coins at 69,000, and those orders are still basically sitting there. Now obviously we're not really seeing anything above 69K on Bitcoin because we're a little bit under it, but when we were going into that area, am I still on my face, or am I showing you the screen? We are on the screen. Awesome. So big sellers over there, waiting to either take profits or get short. And if I know you, that even dollar break is looking juicy into all-time high, Gregory. And if Bitcoin can burn those stops and wipe out those sellers, I think Ethereum can 100% join it to the north side. Now also, with Bitcoin ETF catching so much traction, bringing in so much volume and hype behind it, what are the chances that an Ethereum ETF starts taking place? What are the chances that an Ethereum... Dieter, stop playing with the goddamn lights. What are the chances that that Ethereum ETF starts taking place? So watch out for that. Prad, your banner is blocking the chart. Oh, damn it. I forgot about all that. Oh, come on. Let me find the banner. Starting screen, full screen. That's why he's talking about it. Okay, anyways, we didn't really have anything to show you on the chart, but just talking about over there. You're blocking the chart, bro, in front of Greg, dude. Yeah, Greg, this is embarrassment. I'm just so hyped that Greg's actually watching me live, so I'm pretty hyped up. But here, like that anchored VWAP. Thank you for the $2 super chat. That anchored VWAP over there showing you a lot of buyers. Let me bring in that Bitcoin charts again that I was just talking about. Bitcoin chart over here where the sellers are. There you go. Big sellers at 70k, big seller at 69k, 400,000 coins. Sorry, 400 coins, 400 coins on each level just sitting there. And right now on Bitcoin, we can see about the same amount of coins at 69k. Come on, what the hell? BTC. We can see about the same amount of coins right now on the thing right here. Right there, 400 coins right there sitting at 69k, and there's another 400 coins at 70k apparently. And if that's the case, man, BTC can blast off. But as I was saying, Ethereum ETF could possibly be in talks, and if that one's in the talks, more traction for crypto. Is there a Doge ETF coming out? Now we're really talking, eh, Greg? Now we're really talking. Dieter, I'm sorry for yelling at you. I love you. Police dice didn't work to get his attention. Yeah, because I was so hyped up. I was hyped up. Dieter was trying to help you with the lights. No, yeah, that's why the lights are set up over there, to get my attention. Dieter knows how to use those lights. If anyone abuses those lights, they just get their access to those lights revoked. Yeah, man, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Bitcoin. I'm hyped for Ethereum. I mean, finally unstaked my ETH, so can't wait to take those profits. Bring in the money, baby. Let's go, Ethereum. But what's the catalyst for Ethereum that you were talking about? ETH futures trade, therefore ETH ETF is inevitable. There's a ETH futures? Like there's Ethereum futures? What's the goddamn ticket for that? Is that it? Ethereum futures on the CME? No shot. What? Yeah, then Ethereum thing is 100% then. No doubt. CME, baby. No PDT. Come through. We got all the exchanges over here. We got all the coins. Watch them have a Doge one too. I'll start laughing. Doge on the CME. What the hell is that? Doge on the OTC? Yeah, these OTC guys don't give a fuck. OTC guys don't give a fuck. I like Solana for a pump, says Dieter. I mean, isn't that the coin that... Isn't that the freaking coin the thing made? What's his face? Sam Bankman-Fried? Okay, it was made by somebody else. What was the coin that was made by Scam Bankman-Fried? Cardano? No, it wasn't Cardano. I forget which one it was. Maybe it was just FTX coin. Was it just FTX coin? But I thought he was involved in one of these projects. I forget. Don't you dare say that about Cardano. Yeah, you know what? This is why I don't talk about cryptocurrencies, okay? Because I don't know jack about cryptocurrencies, so I'm just gonna stay away from it. Let's get back to the stock market and go to the next stock over here, which is Costco. Now, AVGO obviously a pretty goddamn expensive stock. The chances of me even trading the stock are pretty low, so I don't really even care about what the stock is doing. But for those of you who do care, the report wasn't that bad, but we are pretty much into all-time high. I don't think the report was as bullish bullish enough for that warrants a move through the all-time high. But with what's going on with the whole semiconductor industry, with the Nvidia going into what, $940 apparently in the after hours, SMCI getting added to the index, to the S&P 500 index, there's chances that this one catches traction along with it. I mean, SOXX, SOXL, SMH, all the semiconductor ETFs were absolutely to the north side today. 3.4% on the SMH stock, SOXX, which is a little bit lighter volume. This one should have gone, what the hell am I looking at over here on my charts? This one was also up 3.4%. What's going on with my chart here? Also up 3.4% and into all-time highs. So clearly the whole picture with semiconductors right now is just to the north side, and part of it is because of cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, right? Anytime cryptocurrencies do this type of crazy move, you do see semiconductors follow along with it, mainly because chips, GPUs are needed to mine cryptocurrencies. And at the same time, we have this whole AI hype, AI craziness, AI wildness going on right now, the AI wildfire, may I call it, and it's absolutely gangbusters. You know, some people are thinking that there's a bubble ready and it's ready to get popped, and I'm gonna say that the bubble is nowhere close yet. We still have a lot more room for the bubble to be formed. So that just means that Nvidia is not gonna stop until it takes over being the #1 company in the world. Just keep watching. Costco, however, not in that conversation, in the top 5, not even in the top 5, right? Yeah, not even in the top 5 over there. Where is Costco? Top 20 in the American. Yeah, top 20 American market cap companies. Sadly, to the downside we go off the earnings report. I did see the earnings report a little bit. It was a mixed report. Their guidance, however, I did not see their guidance. So let's bring in the screen again, and let's hope that we don't have this screen after we're done looking at the report. So let's look at the report. Don't think I saw the guidance, but overall the numbers did look good. The US up, Canada up, international up, total company up, e-commerce up, everything was up. I'm looking for the guidance once again. Don't really see the guidance. We do see that the revenue missed, but they did beat EPS. Overall 4% drop on the company stock price after the report. Still don't see any guidance, sadly. Yeah, don't see any guidance on Benzinga. So Costco probably didn't even give one. And if they didn't, you know, investors are probably scared at this point. We are into $800 here. I mean, this is monster. I didn't even expect the stock to be at that price. Last time I remember trading Costco was into $500. So now we're into crazy prices. I'm not sure how the stock trades here anymore. I'm not sure how the liquidity is, how the spread is. I mean, the liquidity we can see right off the bat over here. The 30-day moving average for volume is around 23 million. So that's a pretty good, wait, this is Walmart. This is Walmart. Walmart also had a split recently. Oh man, I forgot about that. But Costco, going back to Costco, the 30-day moving average is at 2 million, which is actually not that bad for a $700 stock. But I'll be wondering what the spread is like, right? So we'll be seeing how the liquidity is setting up tomorrow in pre-market. Hopefully the stock is bringing in at least, you know, half of this 30-day average volume in the pre-market. That way we can get a little bit excited. Maybe that's a over expectation over there. You know, expecting 1 million shares in pre-market might be too much. The stock's average is 2 million. Maybe it brings in about 4 million on the whole day tomorrow. So expecting 1 million in the pre-market might be a little crazy, but we'll see how Costco sets up. The report was not as bearish as the move came out, but it's also not, once again, in the same picture as AVGO, not as bullish for helping the stock go through all-time highs either. So possibly looking for some shorts on any pops if we do especially go back into today's lows to see how the stock behaves into today's lows, into that lucky number 777. That's actually funny that we closed exactly, or the low was exactly 777.01 on the day today. Monster low. Don't think we get back over there. Right now the stock's anchored VWAP for the earnings move is right around $760. So that's most likely what I'm going to put down for my resistance and my inflection point. I kind of don't want to see the stock getting above 760. If it's stuck under 760, there's going to be some possible opportunities for us to short there and ride the stock to the downside. Costco with now an ATR of $10. God damn, I don't remember the stock having an ATR of that much. much, but it's a $10 ATR now. Like I said, it's a $700 stock. Everything changed on how the stock moves, how the stock trades. So I'm very excited to see if I can still pull out what I used to be able to pull out on Costco and near the $400, $300, $400 ranges, or do I get absolutely wiped clean on Costco tomorrow? Very excited. I'm only excited, however, if we are under 760. If we're above 760, then I'm just going to be patient to see how the stock behaves above 760 into $777, which is exactly today's low, 777. 777777777. Trader in the yard. Wagwan my you. Me a chillin'. That's so bad. I don't even know if I'm saying that accurately. Here's the after hour low into 746, 745.50 apparently was the after hour low. So I'll just put that in for my supports right now. But depending on how the stock is in pre-market, might have to revamp some of my levels over here on the pre-market action. So we'll keep Costco on the watch. Won't be deterred from the stock price on this one. I will be watching it carefully. I think that report wasn't as bullish for it to continue to the north side, so any pops should be basically sold, and we could have some fun with that. Marvel getting ready for a TSM type of move over here on the earnings report, question mark. I mean, I don't really know if it did that or not, so we'll find out together over here. Probably did not do that. Report looks like they missed on EPS, and they barely beat on the revenue over here. So right off the bat, I can probably guess that the stock did not pop to the north side. Wait a minute, put that back there. I want you. No, I want you. Boom, 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 boom. Soldier boy, yo, why me crank that, why me crank that soldier by me, Superman, you. All right, now that I'm done putting my lines down, let me delete some of these garbage old lines. Delete. Okay, that's enough for now. No, it's not. Delete. Get out of here. Stand on business. Get that shit out of here, bruh. SMI Wagwan. Don't you know dirty this tears, old man? What the fuck did you just say? What did I just read, bro? Okay, Marvel coming back to the stocks over here. Looks like they missed the report, boys. They missed the report and they probably flushed. And the answer is C. They did flush to the downside. Look at that bounce off that level, man. We just put that level down too. That's 74. I mean, no, we didn't, but that level existed earlier. But pushing right back into that level, closing the gap and struggling. Marvel, you suck because you were supposed to help the semiconductor industry, not hurt it, and clearly pushing to the downside on somewhat of a mixed report over here. Let's say in line for now, because I don't want to say they missed the report and that creates some sort of a negative bias for you, for me, for everybody watching. So let's not say a miss, but maybe we should call it how I see it, right? If it's a duck and a duck is quacking, it's called a duck. But overall, it looks like it got bought up eventually right off that bottom over there at $70.50. Got bought up and actually managed to stay above the earnings anchored VWAP into $77.50, but still struggled to reclaim today's low around $81. So it looks like we have a little bit of a pocket over here now where we can wait to see how the stock trades. Let's see how the stock behaves within this pocket. And then we got a nice little range break, either a range break into yesterday's lows. Is that really yesterday's lows? What the hell? I have these numbers all messed up. Let me quickly fix this. That one goes there. That one goes here. So go into yesterday's highs and see how this. The fuck? What the? Did they both say yesterday's lows? God damn it, Prad. All right, there we go. Fixed it. Waiting to see how the stock behaves in this little pocket, and then we can possibly get a nice little breakout of either way. Now, the report wasn't bullish enough for us to see this, in my opinion, so I'm more looking to get short around these pops get short into these pops and look for a move back through the earnings VWAP where the stock most likely pushes back into $70 or so. Now we clearly saw there was a little bit of a buyer over here. That buyer even stepped up later on right into $74. The stock with an ATR of about $3 or so. If we do get the opportunity to short $81, I mean, I'm not really expecting a big move all the way down there. It possibly stalls off into this range right into $74 or so, but if we do get that move right into 70, I mean, that's a gift. So we'll be watching what happens over here on this position right into this earnings anchored VWAP, currently at $77.50, putting that as my support and putting the $81 area from today's high as my resistance on Marvel. MRVL, Marvel Technologies. Oops, stop drawing on your goddamn charts, Praddy Daddy. Stop drawing on your charts. Okay, next stock, MongoDB. Actually, let's quickly go check out what Marvel's report is. Guidance sends shares tumbling. Okay, that's all we need to see. That's all we honestly need to see. Outlook, Marvel's first quarter 1.15 billion plus or minus 5% versus estimates of 1.37. Big miss. Okay, earnings per share estimated 23 cents per share plus or minus 5 cents versus 40. Big miss. That's all we needed to see. This stock is absolutely plummeting to the downside tomorrow. Now we are looking for shorts only, 100% looking for shorts only. That report for the guidance is not good. That inline report is also not good, especially with that type of a miss on the guidance. Looking for a nice move to the downside. Any pops are getting busted by your boy Praddy, so watch out for Marvel tomorrow to the downside. MDB, the next one on board. Let's see how MDB did. Looks like they plummeted also. Big move to the downside over here on MDB. Let's get rid of some of my lines over here and then plop some of our newer lines. MDP, $300 stock with about 1 million average shares on the 30-day average, that is. Today, however, looks like in the after hours, because of the earnings report, brought in a good amount of extra volume. About 4 million shares traded on the day today, looks like. That's including the after hours, I bet. It's not just today. Overall, though, good little RVOL going into earnings. Now we want to see that RVOL continuing tomorrow too. However, the stock is going into a long-term range. I guess it's not really that long-term, but going right back into June's ranges over here. I'm pretty sure we're right at that low. Let me quickly just move over some of my lines and plop in the lines for today's high and today's low. I think that one goes... Wait, yeah, that one goes here. Plop in the lines for today's low, today's high. Give me my marker. Yesterday's low. Okay, and now we can kind of mark in some of these levels on the daily chart. So we got that level right there. We got that bottom kind of mapped out too. We got this little bottom right off the bottom of this whole range overall. Obviously the stock plummeted to the downside, so I'm not really worried about looking for levels on the upside. More interested in looking to see if there's somewhat of a midpoint over here that I might kind of be interested in. Maybe something right here, right over there. You can see how we kind of popped over there, rejected, consolidated above the previous resistance, found support, then broke out and kind of did the same thing for a little while, and then found this new range. And obviously the negative earnings report, or I guess positive earnings report. Yeah, positive earnings. They beat 80% on EPS and 5% on revenue, MongoDB, and still plummeted. So obviously we're gonna have to do a little bit more research on this stock over here. Big move to the downside. Sadly, we're well under that 365 area, which was... Okay, I thought this was 365. Never mind. 365 is right over here. We're probably right there then. 340s? Are we here? Jesus. Yeah, my goodness. That's a pretty big move overall on MongoDB for what that report came out. Now we're interested a little bit more because of that reaction. So what we're going to do, head over to our trusty friends at Benzinga. Make sure you go check that link below in the description, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to subscribe to Benzinga. They have amazing tools, not just news and so on. They have scanners, watch lists, notifications, charting platforms itself, a bunch of other stuff in there, and resources. So make sure you go check out Benzinga if you're interested in that awesome platform. Benzinga Pro, that is. MongoDB stock tumbles after Q4 performance. Here's why. Tell me more. MongoDB clocked in. We looked at the EPS. We looked at the revenue. I want to see the outlook. Generated free cash flow of $50.5 million in the fourth quarter. Company free cash flow $23.9 million. Last pre-year. Okay, so went up in that part too. MongoDB finished the fiscal 2024 on a strong note, highlighted 34% Atlas revenue growth and operating margin improvement of nearly 5%. 5 percentage points year over year. We continue to see healthy new workload wins as MongoDB developers data platforms increasingly becomes the standard for modern application developments. MongoDB's first quarter earnings between 34 to 39 cents per share versus estimates of 62 cents per share. Revenue between 436 million and 440 million versus 447 million. So that's actually not that bad of a miss. But EPS, the company expects fiscal year 2025 earnings between 2.27 to 2. That's also not that big of a miss, but that one is. So EPS on the full year and EPS on the quarter not looking so hot for these companies now, and pushing to the downside is what does on a bad guidance. Poor guidance, good earnings report. So you did get that flush. You found some buyers into, I mean, that's a pretty old level right there. I did not expect the stock to go all the way down there either, but if we are into these levels, I mean, I can only look for longs, honestly, unless we break under these lows and we start opening up the pit a little bit, the bottom opens up a little bit more. But until then, if we're somewhere here in this range overall between these two lines, I'm only looking for possible relief rallies into the north side if the stock can clearly show buying in those lows. So actually pretty interested to see how the stock behaves in pre-market. Currently we do have a little bit of a choppiness, in my opinion, right around the earnings anchored VWAP. We traded under it, we traded above it. Right now a bullish close above the earnings anchored VWAP. It looks like the stock wants to march back up. The report was pretty good and the guidance absolutely opposite of that. So not really sure how I want to structure a trade for this stock. And the stock's volumes also, for a $400 stock, only 1.35 million on a 30-day average. Let's double that. It's about maybe 3 million, 4 million shares on a good earnings catalyst. For a $400 stock, I'm guessing that's still very spready right off the open and throughout the day, especially even during lunchtime. So you might want to be careful how you trade MongoDB tomorrow. So going on from MongoDB to the next stock over here that we have on the list, DocuSign. Now, if you watched me back in the day on Trader TV, you guys know how much I hated DocuSign. Well, I should say I hate DocuSign still, because I don't think the company has any use. But overall, the company continues to come out with good reports and climb back up a little bit and reclaim their glory. So shout out to DocuSign. I mean, eventually they might get bought out by someone, and I think they are actually exploring that, right? They're actually exploring strategic selling or whatever. If I remember correctly, they popped up on that kind of a catalyst. Is that the news? There we go. So buyout rumor. This was earnings anchored VWAP. That's the buyout rumor. And ever since then, they kind of were trading around this whole area, but still pushing down over here. And now off the earnings report, pushing well higher to the north side, most likely going right back to the north side. This earnings report only strengthens their case for the buyout, to whoever they're talking to get sold into. So pretty good move over there on I see you saying Boeing in the chat, that's why I said Boeing. But DocuSign, pretty good move to the north side. 17% beat on the EPS, 2% beat on revenue. I'm guessing we're back into this north side over here, are we? Let's go, shall we? Let's go find out. I mean, we're pretty damn close there. Almost got right back into that double top. But good supports coming in over here off that buyout rumor, off that earnings anchored VWAP. And now we're kind of just slightly under today's earnings anchored VWAP, which was around $60. So watching how the stock trades into 60, using that 60 area as inflection too. I can easily see the stock doing this in pre-market and then giving you the breakout above 62.50 into 65 and then failing and then kind of just doing this sideways. So watch out for that type of setup over there above $60. I am watching that double top into $65 on Docu, and if the stock report is pretty damn bullish, it might just be able to climb above that. But only reason I think we see more selling coming in over here is because when the buyout rumor came, based on the stock's valuation and what price that it might get bought out before it popped into $65, and that's why we might still see some selling still coming into that area, no matter how good the report is. So watch out for that wall into 65. For supports, we do have you could use this bio rumor anchor view up if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to use this low instead, right into $57. If we're under 57, then the next area that I'm waiting patiently into is going to be today's high at 54. Honestly, don't think 54 should come into play, but if it does, then we'll be watching how the stock trades there. Some of these levels will probably have to get revamped, obviously, based on how the stock is doing in pre-market. 60, like I have for resistance at the moment, most likely will be support if the stock, like I said, is trading up above 60 and well below 63, eventually giving you the breakout of 63 to the north side for a nice little run up. Prad, Boeing dropped like a lead ball after the bell. Do you know anything? I don't know anything, but you know who does. Bring in Benzinga, our trusty friend BA. Let's go, or sir, trusty friend BZ. Let's see what they're talking about. Boeing. I don't see any reports on Boeing after hours on Benzinga, sadly. This is not a good selling case, Benzinga. Not a good selling case, Benzinga. But, I mean, that's not a lead ball. That's nothing in my opinion, honestly. I'm drawing goddamn markers. Boeing to tie more of employees' pay to safety. Not sure what that means. Shareholders action reminder for Faruqi and Faruqi. That's a great company name, dude. LOP investigates claims of behalf of the blah 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 blah. United Airlines to pause pilot hiring due to Boeing delays. Okay. I mean, I don't really see any newsfire for Boeing. Boeing plane LA, I believe, wheel fell off again. Another wheel, no, last one was a door flew off. Is that what happened? Okay. Hello, Prad, swimmer. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Am I off? Did I get booted offline over here? Did I get booted offline? Am I still online or am I offline? Hello? Okay, I'm still online, it looks like. I'm gonna continue talking. You're still online. Okay, thank you. He made me think that I got booted offline or something. All right, so okay, Boeing, just trying to get your attention. No, you got it. Okay, got you. Boeing apparently getting hurt, and another problem with another flight over there. The last time they had a flight issue with Alaskan Airlines. This time some Los Angeles airline or something. I'm guessing some sort of a LA mishap over there. So Boeing going down. I mean, I don't really think there's a trade there too much, in my opinion. It's too big to fail, guys. It's too big to fail. And that move isn't that big of a sell-off either. I mean, yeah, there's a chance we see it go under 200. Sure. There might be a chance to short it into 196. Sure. But I really don't see much of a move right now. Maybe the pre-market move will get me a little excited. Like this 5-minute chart, that's a blip in the Boeing universe. Right? So, I mean, it's also on very light volume. And look how long we've been holding this range. I think if we go into 196, 195, we're not really going too much under that. I honestly don't believe we're going too much under that. I will get a little bit more excited on this position based on the move in pre-market. If the news gets a little bit more reaction in pre-market, that will 100% get me excited. So based on that, let me just quickly throw some lines for myself and for you guys over here. That little double bottom over there is probably something to watch out. That 197.15, I thought it was 196 something. Anyways, 197.15 area, let's just say 197, possibly something to keep an eye out for. If we do get below 197, more downside opens up on the stock. Clearly we got some room all the way down to 180, all the way down to 170. However, I don't think we actually see that move coming into play. Let's see if I'm wrong. Let's see if I'm wrong. So maybe fade it. Yeah, you could possibly fade it from that 197 too if buyers do show up. So you're basically watching 197. I don't think there's a short through 200. I don't think there's a short through 200 into 197. That's not really the move you want to look for on a $200 stock with an ATR of like what, $10 or so. Maybe not anymore actually. What's Boeing's ATR now? It's $4. Maybe it never had a $10 ATR. Maybe at one point, but not anymore. So Boeing over here with a $4 ATR. I mean, I guess that $3 move does look pretty now. That $3 move does look pretty. So I guess if you want to short it through yesterday's low into that 197 low, you could possibly look for a trade there, but I'm only shorting it if we actually get clearly under 197 and show weakness under 197. And if we don't show weakness under 197, there's a good long through there back through 197. Maybe we get to 200, maybe we go even above 200 in that, you know, with the $4 ATR from 197 low, a nice $4 move above that is into like 201 or so. So that's also a possibility over there to keep and watch out for. Overall, I would need volume in the pre-market to really be interested. But right now we do have a lot of stocks moving in the after hours already with amazing earnings report. What the hell am I seeing over here? With amazing earnings reports coming out in the after hours. Here's the stocks that reported already in the after hours. But I was going to show you stocks that report tomorrow pre-market. Sadly, not a lot of stocks that I care about. No stocks that I care about. So here's the stocks, however, if you guys want to look at it. CRMT, AQN, GCO, BPTH. Coming back to Boeing, or actually going back to my watch list, DocuSign is what we just talked about. Next one, IoT. Never really traded IoT. This range is very, very turn off for me. If this stock didn't break out of this range high, then it's almost like irrelevant to me at that point. So let's quickly go to the 5-minute chart. That makes it relevant. That makes it relevant. Okay, now we can put in the earnings anchor VWAP. Start looking for some levels over here. Let's go to the 1 year chart again and zoom out. Are we near all-time high? Okay, what do you do over here, Samsara? Samsara, Internet of Things, I'm guessing at least with their ticker, IoT. They are supposed to be some sort of an Internet of Things company and making a nice move through all-time high right now on the earnings report. Let me quickly change this to peach for the IPO anchor VWAP. However, I think that one's not in play at the moment. Beautiful move over here to the north side on the earnings report, breaking the current all-time high into a new all-time high. So making that previous all-time high area into a good support. So let's put that $37 as supports. However, we are well above 37 and we might need to use 39 as supports because I remember seeing 39 as the earnings anchored VWAP right there. 39, a little choppy. We did get under 39 all the way into 37 basically twice and double bottomed over here. So clearly buyers into 37 and 39 I guess would be the inflection point. I think in pre-market you will want to see 39 hold, kind of doing something like this, and then we get to see a breakout to the north side a little bit more on this position. Overall though, very, very bullish on what I'm seeing right now, right? The report looks good. No, it does not. Barely beating EPS, sorry, barely beating revenue, or missing on the revenue slightly, but beating EPS monster. 40%, 50% beat on EPS over here and taking the position to the north side. Maybe they did good on their revenue, guidance too. Clearly a monster move, but however, if the stock does not hold 37, there is no more longs in my opinion. No more long. So watch out for that one. 37 over here on IoT, almost called it SMC. On IoT. And as for resistances, we got that clear high in the after hour right now into $42. So going to continue to watch how that $42 area is going to behave tomorrow. Most likely we'll see that area come into play in pre-market if this report was bullish enough. But if this report was not bullish enough, we probably see a range like this and then we probably break down. So a couple ideas over here. I'm actually going to leave those 2 drawings for myself. That way I have an idea of kind of what I want to do with the stock tomorrow when I pull it up on my computers at the office. So I actually like that part a lot. So let's see what happens off that midpoint. Now I'm not gonna add any more nonsense. Save it and move on, Prad. Next stock, GPS, like we did mention, moving to the north side off the earnings report, but didn't really get to read the report itself. So quickly, let's take a see what the report looks like. 100% beat. Whoa. Monster beat on EPS over here on GPS. Revenue slight beat overall, but shout out to GPS, man. I think they changed their CEO and they started revolutionizing themselves ever since. Looks like Victoria's Secret could use that CEO a little bit. Overall, sucking Victoria's Secret is failing big time, and GPS doing the absolute opposite of that, trying to follow its partner in crime, I guess. Maybe not really a partner in crime, but one of its competitors, ANF. So GPS making a nice move into $20, $22. Are we above this area? That's the 52-week high. Come on, where's my marker? That's the 52-week high. That's today's high. However, don't think today's high or today's low really comes into play tomorrow, but I'll just mark it up real quick. Yesterday's high, yesterday's low. Okay, maybe yesterday's high does come into play because we did pop up, we failed, we came back down, and now we're using yesterday's high as resistance and we're popping back up. So yeah, looks like the stock will need to reclaim the earnings anchored VWAP to get bullish. Like I said, the report was pretty damn strong over there. EPS was a monster beat. Another 80s mall stock, says Swimmer. Swimmer, why you hating, bro? Swimmer, stay hating, dog. Swimmer, stay hating. GPS though, looking to see what happens. Nice move above the no, it did not make a move above. Yeah, we still have the 52-week high to see how the stock behaves into there. I think there could be some selling into there, but if we don't see selling into that area, there could be some good longs above 28. Honestly, I think I'm just waiting to see how the stock behaves into 28 if we get there, and if we don't get there, there is no trade for me at all at GPS. So, and the importance of GPS too is actually exactly on the scale that Swimmer puts it at. Not important because it's just a boring, boomer 75 ATR. Usually I don't even want to look at stocks that don't have $1 ATR. So a 75-cent ATR position, almost irrelevant. So just gonna talk about it because it reported earnings. Pretty good earnings report. Made a nice little pop out, but still didn't pop right into the 52-week high. Unless that 52-week high comes into play, it's almost no play for me over there on that stock. BJ's came out with the earnings report today, pre-market. Monster move off the earnings report over here, breaking into looks like the all-time high over here. So going right into the all-time high, we could possibly see a day 2 move on this position into said all-time high and maybe even higher. So nice little earnings report overall. Let's quickly put in the earnings anchored VWAP. Where the hell do I put this? There was no volume in the after hours. I guess I'm putting it there. Okay. Then where the hell am I gonna put this? Because it's gonna go in the same spot. Whee! Okay, you know what? For now, we'll just do both of them. We'll do both, and I'll just delete this one for now, and then I'll move this guy over here. Okay, and that's ready. Okay, awesome. Now I'm kind of ready. Today's high, today's low, all-time high, all mapped out, and now we just basically just wait patiently at the $80 area, or should I say 80.50 actually, to see how the stock behaves. And if we do get a nice day 2 move, I want to be part of that long. Today's high of what, $79 could come into play as some supports, but if 79 comes into play, wait, I mean, we have to take out 79 to get above 79 to use support. But if the stock, you know what, right here, I'm gonna set an alert off of this one. Actually, let's set an alert right off of that bad boy. Only once, please. Yes, only once, thank you, because last time you guys kind of destroyed me with the alerts. Do we have any alerts still active? Delete that bad boy. No, don't delete that one. Don't delete that one. Okay, no active alerts for these 3. Delete that one actually. Okay, good. Delete that bad boy. Coming back to BJ over here, looking for how the stock behaves on the pullback into the earnings anchored VWAP, right around $76, $77. I'll actually put that area as my support right now. 77, if we can see support coming into 77, I'm very interested for that move through today's high into all-time high into $80 or so. However, the stock's ATR is only $1, so not really also that high of an important stock. I think the day 2 moves usually are lower volume, I know the day 2 stock days are usually lower volume, so don't expect as big of an ATR that the stock brought in today to kind of be repeated, but we are damn near close into the all-time high. Would be nice to see how the stock behaves right above it. And that's pretty much all she wrote for the earnings based stocks. We also have a bunch of other stocks over here such as Foot Locker, JD, CrowdStrike, all of them which are moving around. I'm pretty sure we've talked about most of these stocks recently. Target kind of having a beautiful inside day, getting ready to break out to the downside or to the upside for those of you interested on that one. Snowflake continuing to the go downside. No, Snowflake, nice inside day. Okay, shout out to Snowflake over there, but I think Snowflake's got more downside, sadly. Where's Victoria's Secret? Did it sell another 20% today? Wait, what? Was Victoria's Secret pre-market? No, it was after hours, right? Yeah, it was after hours. Okay, I remember that. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, I guess it didn't really do too much over here on the day, just kind of chopped around. We did say that we expect the stock to go into 17 and it did that, so shout out to Victoria's Secret, but no real trade over there, and I think no trade on the stock tomorrow either. CRM kind of struggling into this $300, not really breaking 300, not really going above 300 either, so not sure what CRM wants to do. Snowflake, I think, like I mentioned not too long ago, I think there's a little bit more room on Snowflake to the downside. You might want to watch how 160, I think today's low is what, 164, 163.70, so you're watching to see how that 163, 164 low plays out, and if the stock gives out that low, there's a lot more room to the downside on this position. So I'm just going to put down 163 on my notes and kind of move on Snowflake. Target, I think Target easily has a room into that 180 to the north side and then reject a little bit more instead of rejecting over here. So watching how Target behaves above today's high or even yesterday's high, which is $175. And if we do break out above that, I think we got a nice move into the $180 area on Target. Pretty good earnings report and a nice reversal of characteristics compared to what they were doing recently. JD, sadly reversing back into this little box over here. We wanted to see the support continue to come up above 24.50, but no more support showing up into $24 and $24.50. So JD reversing back into this range. Let's see if it can reverse the reverse over here and go back up tomorrow. However, no trade for me on JD tomorrow at all. Now, ignoring the earnings stocks, because the most important earnings stocks we already talked about, let's go to the chip sector. Stocks such as AMD, Micron, SMCI, and so on. Out of that whole list of stocks that I just mentioned, there is one stock that we are already very keen on trading, which is Marvell reporting earnings tonight after hours. We already talked about that stock, but Micron kind of getting ready to really push through the all-time high. Now I'm saying kind of because technically we already broke the all-time high today and did so successfully. We did get above $99 or $98, whatever the all-time high is, into $99.69. Ha 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 ha. Funny whoever decided to put the sell order into that price. However, that $100 area, which was the pre-market high, I think it was $99.99 exactly in the after hours, is saying $99.96, so we'll go with $99.96. That $100 area on Micron will start looking juicy if all these stocks in the semiconductor sector start growing to the north side again. So watching how Micron behaves. I mean, today you saw TSM. For anyone knows where that's from, it's from esports. TSM is an esports gaming company, and anytime their gamers are playing, their team fans go TSM, TSM, Team Solo Mid. But however, TSM actually is Taiwan Semiconductors, making a new all-time high today. So shout out to anyone who was involved in that move. I want to see if Micron can kind of join that party above $100. So putting that one on the watch list over there. AMD obviously right in the all-time high area, along with Nvidia, which actually made a new all-time high today. Very, very close, only 0.3 trillion away from taking over Apple as the second most largest company in North America. So that's insane over there on Nvidia. SMCI getting added to the index, getting ready to break out the all-time high and getting ready to go to what, $2,000 at this point. So nobody knows where the stock is going to go to. All we know is to the moon. It's going to burn a lot more stops, and we're actually going to get an update on the stop on the short float right before the imbalance is happening, right before the rebalance is happening, which is on the March 16th. So right before March 16th, we'll actually get a new updated short flow number on SMCI. I'm very interested to see if the number goes up or down going into the ad over here onto S&P 500 on SMCI. Stocks like Apple still going to the downside, sadly. Apple pushing into a longer term support now, exactly going into the 52-week low. Never mind. Going into a longer term support around $160, possibly coming into play, 160, 165. So watching how Apple behaves to the downside over here. Microsoft made a pretty good rally back up north today. So watching Microsoft, maybe Microsoft has a chance to go back into 420 with the market maybe taking out the all-time high. So watching that. Meta actually charged through all-time high over here with everything that was going on Microsoft and on Apple, and I think Apple was the only one that was down actually. Amazon was up, Google was up, Microsoft was up, overall Meta was up too. Apple was the only one that was kind of struggling. Overall Tesla was up too. Yeah, Tesla was up too. And Meta taking that chance with the markets move to the all-time high to actually break its own all-time high to almost $520. So watch for Meta, possible pullbacks into $500 and showing support into 500. Could set up for good longs over there on META for a day trade, especially if the market's bullish too. Now market, like we keep saying, all-time high, all-time high. I mean, we basically did that. Tricked, tickled, whatever you want to say, double topped into the all-time high and then flushed into the close a little bit, but very, very bullish overall. I think we're going to see this move push up. What is this anchored VWAP for? Oh, that's from that move, from the down move from yesterday. That's when I actually got short. And the fact that that anchor VWAP is showing support into the after hours is kind of weird. Kind of weird. No, don't want to do that. 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 I want to move you. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. She likes to move it. Physically fit. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Physically fit. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. She like to. No? Alright, you guys are lame. You guys are lame. You guys don't know how to have fun. All you guys are lame. Alright, put in. Yeah, SPY actually made a nice little new all-time high. Like I mentioned, I didn't get to watch SPY today. Nice little new all-time high on the SPY. Let's go to IWM. Put IWM a little bit to the high side too. Wow, 1% to the north side on IWM. And getting ready to break out one more time. Anyone know that song? Daft Punk? One more time. Please don't demonetize me just for singing that. Okay, IWM over here getting ready to break out again and again and again. Let's see what happens on all of these ETFs. Our three Bain ETFs that I keep on track are all looking good, ladies and gentlemen. IWM small cap. These small cap stocks waking up is so beautiful. Come on, small cap stocks. Keep on grinding. Keep on grinding. Keep moving up. We got 20 viewers and 20 likes. I love it. Thank you, everyone who hit that like, who hit that subscribe. About 40% of you are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed yet, I don't know why you're not. Everything I do is for absolutely free, and all I ask for you is to hit that subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, so please help me. Help me get to that 1K subscribers. God damn it. So we can have a lot more fun and keep growing this channel and keep growing this amazing community that I love having support with. You guys are awesome, all of you in here. You guys know who you are. TH, Dave Hates, everything. Dieter, swimmer, one of the newer supporters from the Think with Bookmap family, and all the Think with Bookmap family, everybody, man, all you guys who show up every single day. Momo, don't think I forgot you in there. Ryan, I see you too. You know, every single one of you in the chats, man. Blind Jedi, the #1 moderator in the world, baby. All of you are amazing. Okay, as for the markets over here, mainly the SMCI chip stocks, I'm more important with I'm more focused on what Nvidia is doing. I'm more focused on what AMD is doing and Micron's doing, maybe a little bit of TSM too. So keep watch on those stocks over there. Cryptocurrency basket, we just showed you how cryptocurrencies have a pretty... Oh, that's a 1-day chart. I almost freaked out. I was like, no way, we just made that push back again into 69K while I'm sitting over here talking about semiconductors. Like, goddamn. But no, we did not make that push. The sellers are still kind of stuffing down Bitcoin, sadly. But overall, the buyers are still very bullish and they're continuing to buy Bitcoin. So watching how Bitcoin moves. I don't even trade stocks, just futures. That's swimmer. Yeah, I know. I recognize that. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, swimmer. Thank you very much. But Bitcoin over here, man, monster buying still, even after all the selling. Very interested to see what happens if he bursts through that all-time high to the north side, and that's gonna obviously take stocks like Coinbase, Mara, and everything to the north side along with it. The fact that Coinbase is still around 240 is very, very bullish. So this only means more upside, especially if cryptocurrency basket, the Bitcoin basket, the Ethereum basket can start blasting off to the north side and rippy, baby. We're gonna have so much fun with those moves. Come on, baby, let's keep going. Coinbase is at the moment in a can't stop, won't stop territory. It almost wants to reclaim the IPO low. For those of you who remember, the IPO low was around $300. Yeah, it's about to go back into the IPO low at this point. That's insane. I don't think I expected the stock to get that close that quick. That's insane. We're only about $50 away from IPO low now. Well, $60 or so. Pretty insane. Monster! Ah, I'm a motherfucking monster. Okay, as for stocks on the watch list, continue to take a look at it. I mean, I pretty much talked about all the stocks on the watch list. This is basically my watch list for tomorrow. These are the most important stocks for me. Besides these stocks, there are other stocks here on the watch list. Most of them I'm just gonna leave empty because I don't really want to trade any of these stocks tomorrow unless there is some sort of a random setup that's screaming at me going, Prad, trade me. Then obviously I'll take a look at it. But these ones, I think I'll be more than happy to find one good trade on at least 2 of these tickers, and I'll have my day right there, right? At least one good day on at least one of these tickers. That's all you honestly need is walk home with a nice day over there on those stocks. But we still got some secondary traders over here like Snowflake, Meta, and Micron, AMD, Nvidia, always in that basket. And after that, I basically, if I can't make money on all of that, I'm probably not making money on the day anyways. Going into the economic calendar tomorrow, it is looking a little busy from what I remember. We do have Fed member at 7 a.m. That's a little early. 8:30 we got the average hourly earnings coming out. 8:30 we also got the government payroll. That's a little bit lower, but non-pharma payrolls. There you go. 8:30. Let me just filter for only the higher tiers. Okay, so Fed member coming out at 7 o'clock. 8:30 we got hourly earnings. We got non-pharma payrolls at 8:30. Participation rate, not sure what the hell that is. Participation rate is an important indicator of supply of labor. Okay, it measures the share of the working age population, either working or looking for work. The number of people who are no longer actively searching or work would not be included in the participation rate. A reading that is strong than the forecast is generally supportive bullish for the USD, while weaker than the forecast reading is generally negative for the USD. So a quick little example over there as to what that indicator is talking about and how it means to the upside or to the downside. So looks like a 2-star important, not a big important, but a little bit of an importance, maybe more importance to the Forex side than the actual market, but obviously something to keep an eye out for. Non-pharma at 8:30 at the same time as that. Unemployment unemployment rate coming out of 838, the same as that. The WASD report, what is that one about? I always see that one, but I never actually read this one. The monthly report provides the current USDA forecast of US and world supply use basis of major grains, soybeans. Oh, okay. The WASD, WASD. That's like a gaming keyboard setup. Okay. Anyways, I guess wheat, agriculture, something. What else is there? Wheat, agriculture, supply and demand estimate. Oh yeah, see, I got 2 of them right without even looking at that. I'm a genius. Besides that, there's nothing really for us to take a look at. So pretty much 8:30 is the only important time tomorrow. The market either decides what direction it wants to go off of 8:30, or it does absolutely nothing, and then we get a nothing burger Friday. But if tomorrow 8:30 decides what the market wants to do, there's 2 directions in my opinion, and those are amazing opportunities. We got the big move through the all-time high, open sky, blue skies through that, or the reports come out bad and we actually reject the all-time high and we go big time to the downside and triggering my favorite word ever, free fall Friday. So we'll watch what happens over there on the market. Does free fall Friday come into play tomorrow, or do we see the market actually taking out the all-time high and keep charging? Please don't be an inside day. Please don't let the market be an inside day. That will be very, very sad, especially after the charge the market put on today to go to the north side. I mean, my goodness, that was a monster charge to the upside on not that much of a higher volume either. So buyers coming in, sellers walking away, and QQQ getting ready to push up. Before we actually call it a night over here, let's head over to real quick, see if SMB Capital posted a new video for us to watch and learn maybe. SMB Capital, looks like they posted something about options, so nothing really over there for us to watch. Swing trading setups for you swing traders, you might want to go check out this channel, SMB Capital, but nothing really for us to watch over there. After this one, I quickly want to go check out Think with Bookmap as to where the markets are right now. And obviously we saw the market go up into the close and then sell off after the all-time high. But whoa, why is this Bookmap looking different today, Alex? Am I tripping? This looks different. Looks very illiquid. Looks very different. There is a little bit of seller, 275 contracts over there around 5162.25. A lot more buyers, however. We got a little bit buying coming in around these lows also. Pretty much stuck in the range, not really doing too much at the moment for the S&P 500. For the I like the chops, as somebody in the chat. I love it. For the NASDAQ, pretty much looking the same. Not much volume going on. I don't know when the overnight session starts, but eventually I guess the overnight session should start for the London session, and maybe that should pick up some volume over here. The Chinese session, the London session, and so on. But right now, pretty much stuck in a small range. Not much going on overall. But I will be doing a raid. I'm setting up the raid right now. I forgot to set up the raid yesterday. I'm setting up the raid right now. I'm setting up the raid into the Think with Bookmap streams. After the end of the stream over here, you guys will get pushed into that stream. So do me a favor, if you can, put TraderPrad raid in the chat. Let them know that, you know, I'm pushing a bunch of you guys over there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Look, that's a free resource that if you're not using to kind of track what the market's doing, and if you're not using that when you're trading futures, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I just don't understand what you're doing at that point. That's an absolute free resource, and the last thing that they're asking you is to only hit the like and subscribe. They don't even want your money, so go check them out. Amazing people over there at the Think with Bookmap family. At the Think with Bookmap family. However, this is going to be the end of the night for me and the end of the week with you guys, with me, sadly, with you guys, sadly. But I will see you guys Sunday at 6 p.m. As you guys know, I stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 p.m. I love seeing you guys every single time where you show up. And please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Helps me with the whole YouTube algorithm BS. Also, check out all my links down below in the description. My social media links, Discord, where we have amazing conversations throughout the day on trading. My Discord was very active today because of a lot of stocks were moving around, so come check us out over there. They were talking about Rivian and all the other positions. Dieter, I think Dieter was pretty active in that chat. He made quite a good amount of money today. He had a monster day, he said. Shout out to Dieter. Also, my other social media such as TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, go check them all out. Twitter, you can actually get notifications on when I go live, and if I somehow miss out on going live, which is almost never, but if I ever do miss out on going live, you will get notified on Twitter. So make sure you go follow me over there too. My affiliate sponsors that help me keep these lights alive, go check them. I'm gonna put on some funny lights over here when I'm saying this. Please react to my voice. Go check out Traders Sync. Use code PRAD15 at checkout, and the link below in the description. Traders Sync, the software that I use to track all my trades, all my trading data. Check out Trade Ideas, the software, the go-to software for me for all my scanning purposes, and also back testing purposes. Amazing tool over there. Also link in the description, code PRAD15, and you guys see me using Benzinga every single day. If you want to use Benzinga too, the link is down below. I don't have a code sadly with them, but maybe eventually I can get a code with them. I'm just not big enough for them to get a code sadly, but eventually maybe we'll set one up. Last but not least, you guys know how everything I do is for free, right? I keep talking about that. Kind of want to hammer that in. I don't like any trader who kind of sells courses. That's why we don't do any courses. But if you do want to support your boy TraderPrad, you can do so by going to Patreon, and the people who do choose to support me, they get extra added perks such as getting my watch list sent to your email every single day, first thing pre-market. So if you want to go check out the perks such as those and other ones, check out my Patreon in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out for the last stream of the week. I wish you guys a wonderful weekend, even better Friday to go trade with. Smack those trades. Let's see if the market can go through all-time high, and if we can, I hope everyone can end big time green. I will see you guys Sunday. Have a great night. Ciao, peace, adios. Why did I say, wait, I don't even want to click the button there. I was saying goodbye, Prad. Ciao, peace, adios, good night, sayonara, bye-bye.